The Kazanowski Palace, also known as the Radziejowski Palace, was a large palace in Warsaw, occupying the place where the charitable Center Sacra stands today. History. When Prince Władysław Wasa became an adolescent, his father Sigismund III Wasa bought him a wooden mansion at the Krakowski Palace in Warsaw. Shortly after his return in 1628 from a journey to Western Europe, the prince ordered Constantino Tencola, a court architect, to build him a new palace in the Italian style. Tencola created one of the most wonderful palaces ever built in Warsaw. In 1632, Prince Władysław gave the palace to his favorite, Adam Kazanowski. This caused a serious misunderstanding with the king, and a special Sejm committee was appointed to determine the circumstances behind this gesture. In 1637, Kazanowski enlarged the building, holding to Tencola's original designs. The new structure was a large four-storied palace with a garden, enormous terrace and central courtyard. Alcove tops were decorated with gilded crowns. The rich furnishings of the palace were described in 1646 by Jean Lelabra, a companion of the French ambassador extraordinaire to Poland, Madame de Guebriant. Lelabra was amazed by what he saw inside, a large statue of Bacchus made of pure silver sitting on a barrel with wheels, gilded wooden ceilings in the Venetian-style, rooms filled with oil paintings, marble decorations, Flemish and Oriental tapestries, Oriental objects, furniture from Italy and Bavaria, silverware, a live bear inside a gilded cage in the courtyard, caged monkeys, and a large collection of musical instruments belonging to Crown Court Marshal Kazanowski's private orchestra. Lelabra later wrote, "Italy, which we visited after leaving Poland, has nothing as magnificent and lordly. I admit that I was astonished, and it seemed that I had been transferred to an enchanted palace." His patron Madame de Guebriant noted the rooms decorated with various cupboards of the most exquisite workmanship, and tables with the most beautiful objects in gold, silver and amber. Marshal Kazanowski, pleased with Madame de Guebriant, delighted seeing the objects, asked which items she would like to take back with her to France, and despite Madame's protests, he and his wife sent her several amber caskets. Kazanowski also arranged a cabinet of curiosities in his palace that contained a large stuffed snake from Africa hanging from the ceiling, and an Indian sea turtle. The palace also had a terrace garden on the escarped side, and was notably famous not only because of its decadent furnishings, but also due to central heating and plumbing installed inside. After Kazanowski's death, the palace was passed on to his wife Elżbieta Sluszchanka, who some time later married Hieronym Radziejowski. At the time, she was the wealthiest woman in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. After Radziejowski was found guilty of treason against the king, she filed for divorce, which caused a small private war in Warsaw between Radziejowski and the Sacra family, who took the Kazanowski Palace by force. Subsequently, Radziejowski was convicted and sentenced to the death penalty and had to escape the borders of the Commonwealth. The opulent Kazanowski Palace was ransacked and burned down during the deluge by the Swedes in 1656 and never rebuilt.